this section we will review how to write and use comments within our SQL code. It's considered good programming practice to provide comments within your code. In particular, if you're working within a team where other analysts may also be required to update or make amendments to your code or vice versa. Or maybe you've been asked to update or fix code that is in production that was originally written by an analyst who is no longer on your team, but as they have provided clear comments, you fully understand their code and what changes need to be made. In addition, as you progress with your SQL coding skills, you will find files of code will grow increasingly larger, so having comments that you understand and can follow will help you in the long run. Another good coding convention is to start your SQL scripts by providing some details about the code, such as the name of the code that will be used in production, a high-level description of what the code does, who requested the code, the author of the code, the date the code was created, and any version details. If this is a new request that you have just been assigned, and you have sat down with the business owner in the meantime to identify the project requirements, then I will typically use the project design document and draft out a high-level plan of what needs to be coded. This is often referred to as pseudocode or fake code that describes the steps and logic that you will need to perform in your script. You may also want to give reference in your SQL script back to the original design document, so when you have completed your code, you can then provide the business with a high-level walkthrough of the code if required. For example, a scenario of a review might be, in the first section is where we identify the base of customers for analysis and the criteria that was agreed upon, and in the next section we use the list of customers in section 1 to identify what volume of transactions they did for the last 12 months. Also to note that for all comments you write in SQL, the SQL interpreter or SQL engine will disregard your comments when executing, so they don't take up any valuable resources. However, it is good practice to execute your code with the comments, as you can then search back on your execution history at a later stage by searching for those comments. If you only ever execute SQL code without comments, this can be very difficult to search code that has been written to your SQL history table. Let's now take a look at how we can build a header within our SQL code using a comment block. A comment block, as you can see, begins with a / followed by an asterisk and ends with an asterisk followed by a /. The comment block can be hidden by clicking on the minus sign next to the comment, or revealed back to the analyst by clicking on the plus sign. Most text editors will have the ability to hide or show all comments within a script, which can be very useful if you are coding on a small screen. If my script has grown quite large, for example more than 100 lines of code, or even 1,000 lines of code, then I will typically also add in a table of contents to the header and number each of the sections of code. As you can see, I've labeled my sections of code here as 1 and 2. The next type of comment is known as an inline comment and can be used to comment out a single line of code at a time, or to place a comment at the end of a line of code. An inline comment can be written using either a double hyphen or with a single hash mark. My preference is to use a double hyphen, as this is the comment standard, dates back to some of the first programming languages such as C and C++, while the hash comment came along with later programming languages such as PHP and Python. Ideally, you want to do a quick check on the database you are using to see which comment types are allowed. Obviously, there is a balance for everything, so I'll leave that to your own judgment as to how many comments you add into your code in time. But as a rule of thumb, ask yourself, if someone on your team was reading your code, would they be able to understand your comments? You may want to have a teammate review your code to see if your comments make sense. Obviously, you don't want to put anyone on your team in a situation where they need to update your code for critical reasons, but can't understand your comments, or even worse, is they can't understand your code as you have used very cryptic functions. To summarize, comments make reading code easier for everyone on your team. They can be used to highlight sections of code and can speed up development time tenfold, where they reduce the amount of time it will take for an analyst or developer to understand the code. That's all for now, and I'll see you in the next section.